YouTube? I'm Elwirfy, and today we're going to be playing some Mount and Blade Warband, specifically version 1.74. I've been really excited to play this game, guys. I have another game that I'm already going through right now, and I think I know what I want to do with it. The game I'm playing isn't going too good. It's okay. I think it's making pretty good progress, but I feel like now I've learned enough that I should be able to make a hopefully much more fun game. Now, what I like about this game is that there's no difficulty level. It is what it is. You know the difficulty as soon as you get in. And because of that, I don't have to worry about, speed of the game, how strong it is. Everything should just be pretty darn good to go. So, because of that, we're going to go ahead and start a new game. Woo! Starting a new game. Welcome, adventurer, to Mount and Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play a female character or one who is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact, may have much more interesting, if a far more challenging, early game. Well, I'm still going to make me, so I'm still going to be a man, and because of the idea that I want to go for, to make it fun for the YouTube video, I'm going to go with the same layout that I did. So anyway, we're going to be an impoverished noble. So we've come here to the world. Okay, you came into the world a son of declining nobility, owning only the house in which they lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afforded you a good education and trained you from childhood for the rigors of aristocracy and life at court. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a page at a nobleman's court. Okay. As a young boy growing out of childhood, you were sent to live in the court of one of the nobles of the land. There, your first lessons were in humility, as you waited upon the lords and ladies of the household. But from their chess game, their gossip, even the poetry of great deeds and courtly love, you quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. You also learned from the rough games of their children, who battered at each other with sticks in intimidation of their elders' swords. Oh my god, that is the longest sentence. Sorry guys, that was a ridiculous sentence to read. Alright. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. We're gonna go with a smith. Through the distinction, you felt set into you. Somewhere along the way, you had become a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You pursued a career as a smith, crafting items of function and beauty out of simple metal. As time wore on, you became the master of your trade, and fine work started to fetch you fine prices. With food in your belly and logs on your fire, you could take pride in your work and your growing reputation. But as soon as everything changed, you decided you want to strike out on your own and be an adventurer. What made you take this decision was Wanderlust. We just like it. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up on your old life and become an adventurer. You're not even sure when your home became a prison, when the familiar became mundane, but your dreams of wandering have taken over your life. Whether you yearn for some faraway place or merely for an open road and the freedom to travel, you could no longer bear to stay in the same place. You simply went and never looked back. So we can become an adventurer and rise to your destiny, or we can go back, but we're gonna rise to our destiny. Now, what symbol do we want to have? I'm not too sure. Let's look around. What do I want us to have? Keeping in mind with the Elwirfy theme, I'm looking for white and black symbols. There's some interesting ideas. There is. Ooh, that red stripe thing goes. Maybe. Let's see here. Nah. I think we'll be a little bit boring. Well, not too boring. Actually, that one symbol, where was it? I really liked this one. We'll go with this. Okay, so we're going to do a realistic, or allow me to quit without saving. We'll go realistic, no quitting without saving. I'm down for realistic. Okay, what are we going to name ourselves? Well, we are Elwirfy, so that's what we are. Okay, what do we want to have? Well, we definitely want that leadership to go up. I really like one-handed weapons. We're gonna be plowing ourselves into one-handed weapons. We want to bring our strength up a little, but leadership is gonna be huge. Yep, enough to get 4 leadership, because we want early leadership so we can get lots of troops at our command right away. Now, what else do we want? We will need some, what is this? Pathfighting? Yes, pathfighting will be very important. Okay, we can't do any more of that. Let's see, inventory management. No, we don't need that as much. Athletics, oh, shield. I think shield would be strong. Let's see, our athletic. Increases personal hit points. Sure, fine. Trade. Ooh, trade would be nice. Okay. So, we have our character. This is our guy. I think it's all going to go pretty well. And we'll go ahead and say we're done. Now I got to make the face. I don't really mess with the customization too much, because it can look pretty horrible pretty quick. If you're not careful, we'll just find some decent looking hair. Sure, that's fine, I guess. Beard. Yes, let's get where's a nice beard? I don't know. What's a good beard? But I can't not have a beard. Sure, that's fine, I guess. Hair color. Does it reduce the age? No, I got brown hair anyway. That's fine. Cool. Cool. Again, we're not going to mess with anything too much. I don't want it to be too weird. What are the different options, though, for... Actually, I wonder if my... That's the face I normally use for Mountain Blade when I played Napoleon. That's fine. That's fine, I guess. Okay. We're good with that. I don't care too much about the customization part because you don't look at yourself that often. Okay. You hear about Calradia, a land torn between rival kingdoms battling each other for supremacy. A heaven for knights and their mercenaries, cutthroats and adventurers, all willing to risk their lives in pursuit of fortune, power, or glory. In this land, which holds great dangers and even greater opportunities, you believe you may leave your past behind and start a new life. You feel that finally, you hold the key to your destiny in your lands, free to choose as you will, and whatever course you take. Great adventures await you, drawn by the stories you hear about Caldaria and its kingdoms. We go to Swadia. We're going there. You came by caravan through the heartland of Caldaria. Green shoots of wheat, barley, and oats are beginning to push through the dark soil of rolling hills, and on the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains, herds of cattle and sheep are grazing on the spring grass. Occasionally, too, you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the Swadian nobility. That's right, I like Swadia because they get war horses. That's right, because they get cavalry. They're a cavalry faction. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness. You keep a wide berth of the forests, where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is some relief when you crest the ridge and catch sight of the great port of Praven, its rooftops made golden by the last rays of the setting sun. You are exhausted by the time you find the inn in Praven and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands at the hairs of your neck on end. The rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. Alright. We're gonna go immediately jumping into combat. Let's go do this. Their sword held high, our character customized, and this game being awesome. Alright, shield up. Alright, he's gonna come out. Let's take him out. Okay, that was quick. Anyone else? Okay, let's go talk to this guy now. Merchant of Praven. Are you alright? Well, I guess you're alive. At any rate, I'm not sure that we can say the same for our other fellow. That's one less thief to trouble our streets at night. Although, heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here, we don't know who's listening. Alright, the merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street, and then, finally convinced you have not been followed, comes near you to speak. Alright, so we're in this guy's house. And let's see what he wants to say. I really like this banner, by the way. That looks really cool. Alright. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had brigands in the hills, driven to banditry by war, debt, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leaving their camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men keep an eye on the streets, but I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you were too, but you're a stranger here and didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but he's family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people will start thinking that you can't protect your investments either. And I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about a ransom, but I do not care to pay it. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Calderia to seek your fortune. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these bandits to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What do you say? I'm interested. We're going to go through the tutorial missions because it helps get us a decent foothills. You know, we get a good start with our character, so that should be good. All right. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try to take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll warrant. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the villages around here looking for a bit of work that's more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. They'll follow you if you pay. So, take this purse of 100 deniers. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go round to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. I'll collect some men and from around the villages. All right. Good. You can find me again at the tavern here in Praven. After you've got your group together, we'll speak about what to do next. All right. So we have a quest. I'll be explaining it as we go. I'm going to go ahead and press tab. We're out here. All right. Welcome to Praven, guys. This is an old game. Some of you might even know what this game is. For those who know what's going on, you know what's going on. I'm not going to explain it. But for those who don't know what's going on, we are here. We are an adventurer. It is our job to recruit some people. And we'll skip the actual tutorial bubbles. I don't need to explain that. We're going around and we're just recruiting men. Our first job, we just want to go to every single town and we want to recruit as many men as possible. I took that leadership so we can have a lot of men at our command right away. Because that's really helpful, because even though I know how to fight and people know how to fight, etc., you want more men, because this is really a numbers game. I find, wow, 7? Alright, let's see how many men we can actually get here. I will gladly get a lot. Ooh, King Hot. Oh, I forgot I have to say the names of everyone who I... Okay, well that was the king, just so for the record. Alright, so... Count Dieven, yep. Recruit volunteers, 6, hey! Look at us, we're just going to recruit... What we're going to be doing is we're going to be recruiting everyone we can before we actually start the first quest. So we have a big army to get started, because we want to, after we do the first quest, we're going to want to start doing lots of raids to build up our money and start getting that economy flowing. But the best way to do that, and let me make sure, oh, no, you want to keep hitting to Nemezia. We still have $140. So we're going to go ahead and keep going around, recruiting as much as we can. Again, with our leadership up high, we should be able to get a fairly big party. What can we have? 66 men? we can already hold up to 66 men. That's genius. Those looters are running from... you know what? Let's go ahead and attack them. There's only 4 of them. Can't hurt. They're like, what do you want? I'm like, surrender or die. As you wish. Let's charge. Good first battle. I have a horse. Can't hurt anything. These guys are just peasants. They're not very good, but there's only 4 enemies, so I think we'll be okay. And I have 17 men. We're doing this before the actual first quest, just because, well, why not? Sorry, it never hurts to get some men some experience, make them a little bit better. Oh, I hope I haven't... Oh, I passed them. My horse is so fast and strong that I actually went past them. Alright, let's take them out. Got one down. Oh, he blocked it. Alright, cool. Stabbed. Alright. And I'm playing this game, just so you guys know, because Bannerlord is going to come out at some point, I hope. I hope. So, hopefully if we get a big and high enough, yeah, and I want to be the one getting the experience in the early games so we can get more leadership. Alright, battles 1, 0 casualties. We can't capture because we don't have any prisoner skills, but that's fine. We're going to make a militia. And the important part is we're going to be taking some loot. Alright. Anyway, so now that we have some loot, so what I'm saying is Bannerlord is going to come out at some point, guys, and I want us to be able to essentially play the game, and you guys have we have a good familiar starting base, right? So we want to make sure that, you know, we're not... Okay, I think there's not going to be too many more guys to recruit, but we'll go to Elwirfy. We want to go to this, we want to establish that we know what we're doing, and I want to refresh myself on this game, so that when Warband 2 comes out, Bannerlord, I'll be much more experienced and be able to, you know, go through the game a little bit better when that comes out, so we can go through right away. And who knows, maybe we'll conquer the entire world by the time it comes out, but of course that will be much time. No one else wants to join. Okay, I think we might have maxed out how many people will even want to join us before we complete our first mission. 18, which is fine. That's a good number. That's not a bad number in any way at all. And there's going to be a lot of traveling in this game, so who knows, maybe I'll tell some stories, perhaps, or something. You never know. And there might be some downtime between moving around in cities. There's only so much to talk about, and I want to get through that first plot. Recruit volunteers. 7 men. All right, that's enough. That's enough. 25 men. Good enough. Let's go back to Praven. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to have too many expenses. We got to sell some stuff, too. So we're on the way. Should be pretty good. 25 men. Should be enough to get through the tutorial, I'd say. I think it's a really big advantage to be able to have leadership up. That's why I like the noble route, because you get good leadership stats, which is very important. So that way people follow you, so that way, because as you level up, you can have more men at your side, and etc., etc. And I'll need to improve my strength. I'll need to... there's a lot to do. We're going to do some training. Probably have some awesome training montages. I'm not timing the amount of time this takes. We're pretty much, for this first episode, going to go through the tutorial. And then after the tutorial ends, we'll cut the first episode there, and then we'll go ahead and lag a little bit of lag. There's going to be a lot of loading in this game. This is a game that has a lot of loading, so if there's lag because of that, don't hate me. All right, splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Praven have told us that there is a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band. The one that took my brother. Hunt them down and defeat them, and I'll make them disclose the location of their lair. I shall hunt for those bandits. All right, let's go hunt for some bandits. Let's take them out. Where are they? I believe they're right next to here. Ah, there they are, band of robbers. Cool, tell me where they are. You're not going to speak to me. Charge the enemy. We have 25 men. Pretty good amount, actually, I would say. See how many I can take out. There's only 4 of them again, so with my 25, I think we'll be just fine. Where are they? Okay, don't go too fast, actually. We don't know where... Oh, there they are. There they are! Let's go. Alright. It doesn't really matter if I take damage in these battles, because health doesn't carry over or anything. It only carries over if you have multiple successive battles in a row. I'm not getting my horse swinging down. I need a better horse, to be honest. That would be smart. taken them out. Excellent work. Not too hard to deal with that. Ah, spare me. Ah, whatever. Essentially, they're just going to interrogate. We don't need to read that, but that stuff is not important. We don't need Prisoner Caesar, because we don't have the skill yet. Have we leveled up yet? I don't know. But anyway, we have some better armor, I believe. Oh, a hat. Dots 14 to armor. Oh, that's actually fine. We don't need to... Well, that sells for more, so let's skip that. Alright, 22. Oh, plus 22 to body armor. Shoot, let's do that. Excellent. Yep. Great. Now we should have the bandit lair somewhere on the map. Kidnapper's hideout all the way up there. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, I don't know how to speed up the travel, so we're just going to be traveling like this. So this will, again, the traveling will probably eat up a lot of the time we have. Now, if somebody in the comments would like to post how I speed up travel somehow, feel free to let me know. I'd love to know how we speed up travel. That'd be amazing. Look at that. I like that banner. I like it. I've been using a different banner in my offline, I guess, or unrecorded game, and it's not quite as, you know. There's a lot of stuff processing in the world, so that's why you'll have some lag that's unavoidable as the FPS just jump up and down. Now let's see if we can recruit more men. Can we recruit more? 6 more men. Sweet. 6 more men. We're attacking the bandits' hideout. This is the most men I've actually attacked the hideout with. And no, we're not going to be reading the battle summary stuff every time we go in. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. I guess the enemies are heading up there. You can use your AI, your companions, to help you with determining where exactly the bandits will be. You kill them. Yeah. Get some experience for our men. We want our men to be somewhat leveled up. And we do have a crossbow, so... nah, I'm not even going to bother with the crossbow. Just run on down. I mean, who knows? Maybe those men can just kill him. Can they just kill him? Be nice. Yeah, they got him. Okay. So let's go ahead and head on up. Alright. Alright, so that guy's taken out. Where are they? Oh, the guy is over there. Right. Let's go deal with this guy as well. Or at least help him. I mean, maybe he can take him out. Yeah, took him out. Excellent. That dude's running, kind of. Alright, taken out. Heck yeah. Huzzah! You did it. Thank you for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother in Craven put you onto their track? Yes. I told him that I would find you. I advise you return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With their retreat cut off, the looters fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and their ill-gotten gains now yours. Okay. So the starting sword is really super good, by the way. Yeah, it's really good. So we're pretty much, because this game's a lot about stats and making sure the stats are good. But now we have the spoils of war. Now we have some soldiers ready to upgrade. We don't have that much money. Let's sell. We need to go back. We have a lot of men, because there will be expenses. Let's just put it that way. And we need to go ahead and get on the move. We want to be able to pay for our men. So that's why we have a lot of loot. And we'll get paid as soon as we complete the quest. And then we'll get to work on I suppose, the bigger, the overall, our actual plot, right? The actual game. Because again, this is just a tutorial. This is a massive world. I want to point out, not many worlds are this freaking huge that you can't even see the entire world, right? I like to look at the map this way though, because I like to think about us in being the center top. Alright, almost there. Almost at the, at Praven. That should be good. Now we visit the tavern. Oh, okay, some lag going in there. Oh wait, no, let's go to the, we gotta go to the marketplace. Goods, merchant. Okay, so we're at the goods. I have goods here. And we're selling everything, essentially. Incredible. And then we will also go ahead and purchase food, because we need to have food. You always want to have food with you. Ugh, 49. Okay. I like getting bread. So we spent that. Oh, right. We need to talk to him. He'll give us some money, I think. Anyway, so we can level up. But you wanna try and make sure you always have some money on you. And you have, yeah. We just got 200 more money. Excellent. Well, my brother is safe. Is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a university outside of Caldaria. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome, and I'm glad to have been of service. Good. Now, are you interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember how I told you that the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The captain of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this captain, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who were new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profit only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities. And of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our captain turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I'd do the same if, the heavens forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, any watch captain worth his salary will have a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform on the rest, but our captain decides to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them into the town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of their take. You've heard of poachers turning to gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Caldaria, sometimes gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there's still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now, here's my plan. I could bring to the attention of King Harless, Lord of the city, but that would mean an inquiry, my word against the captain's, and witnesses can be bought and evidence destroyed. Or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again, and all I get for my trouble is a knife in the ribs. In time of war, you see, a king's eye wanders far from his domain, and his subjects suffer. So, I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ, and some others who've lost relatives to the bandits, and we'll storm the captain's home and bring him in chains before Haralus, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone to lead my little army into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than you. So what will you say? How do I know that you're telling me the truth? Oh, well, I suppose it's possible that I found a dozen bandits who were willing to give their lives and to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in Old Praven. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon you've learned by now that my money's good. And there's another 100 deniers, or maybe a bit more, that's willing if you are willing to do this last little favor for me. So what do you say? All right, I'll lead your men. Splendid. It's been a long time since I stacked so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly, I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes, give me the sign. Good. Now, strike hard, strike fast, and the captain and his henchmen won't know you hit them. May the heavens be with you. Let's do this. Okay, so you leave the tavern and you go to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see that they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear, anticipation, and pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed by this all too obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourself for the action ahead. Alright. We're battling, it's super dark. Hope you guys can see what's going on. Not much I can do about that. Okay. Merchant of Praven, he's come to me. He said, "It's time, lads. Up and at them." Alright. Let's do this. Where are the bandits? I'll just follow him, I guess. Or I guess these are technically towns. Watch them trade the city. Excellent. Now these aren't my men, so I don't really care how many of my allies die. I'm sure I can if I need to myself. Yep. Taking out this little area. Alright, so let's head back down. There's a townswoman there. I think we'll be able to handle this quite well. Will those guys handle that? Oh, they got some shields. Alright. Okay, so there's no friendly fire. That's good. Alright, and we're killing these guys. I think this is going to go pretty well. I've advanced to level 2. Excellent. Is there any more? Alright. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down by one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete and all wounded men have been taken care of, you and the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Okay, the last stretch of narration. Alright. Oh, I got $200 more. Ha! Well done! I saw at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. Keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, 8 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look out for them. Alright? And I will say, let every villain learn to fear the name Elwirfy. Hells yes. Yes, yes. Now, a couple of my boys have the watch captain pinned down in a back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to go drag him before King Harlus and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be part of that, though. I'll tell you what. If all goes well, I'll meet you in the tavern again shortly, and I'll let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see my head on a spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of the town for a while, and forget this whole episode ever happened. So hopefully we'll meet again. Alright. We did it. Marketplace. Let's go to the marketplace. Let's go to the goods. Let's see, I just want to see how much money we have. Okay, so let's go. We're done. We've escaped. Now, we're going to do another round of recruiting. As we're going to kind of wrap, that's pretty much the end of the tutorial, roughly, for the most part. King Harlus is leaving. We'll just really quickly go check stuff out. And then we're going to go get some quests, and we're going to go meet up with the town guy, and so we can get started. No one here seems to be interested. That's fine. What is the town we haven't checked out yet? India, they sometimes have pretty good stuff, I think. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head out. I mean, we got 31 men. We might do a training montage, because training is always fun. Yep. Pretty good. Oh, we have some XP to deal with. Yes. So I always like to bump up that charisma, and we'll get those one-handed weapons going. Two-handed next. Okay. And we're gonna talk to him eventually, and we're gonna get some questing done. We're gonna do something I learned to get lots of money, so that way we can just be a super badass and not have to worry about anything. 7 volunteers, amazing. Let's get out of here. Vidir, sure. Yeah. So as you can see, now we have a 55 upkeep character. Wait, we have one more skill point. What should we do it on? Prisoner management. Yeah, we want to have prisoners because we can sell prisoners for money. Always nice to have some money coming in from those you capture in battle. So now that we have prison management, we can hold 5. Okay, 5 prisoners, pretty good amount. We might want to get another prisoner at some point. Recruit some villagers. No one wants to come. That's fine. Again, we're going back around. We're just going to do the big loop again. to see, and then by that time we should be able to go back to Praven, and everything should be finished. All the plotting, I would say. And then, in the next episode, we'll probably be going to the training field to train up some men. Because we don't quite have... what's that skill again, anyway? Trainer. We want to get Trainer. That's what we will want at some point. We have pretty decent intelligence, so... There's some goals, I guess is what I'm saying. We have some goals that we will try our best to do. See, 42. We're already getting a lot of men. I want to have as big of an army as possible, even if they are just, you know, feebling, boring old peasants. Training, if you're wondering what that lets us do. Lets us train while on the move, so that way we can be productive and level up our army over time as we're moving around, so we don't have to spend the whole time just waiting and waiting to get into battles to level up our men, and we don't have to go to the training field as often. In fact, we can completely ignore the training field if we get our training up high enough, so that way it doesn't really matter. So that way after a couple days we just have a better army over time without having to put in the work. But for the beginning we'll be training up men once we get a lot of money. You'll see how this goes. Nope, not going there. Okay, now we go to Balani, and then we'll head back to Praven. So kind of doing a little roundabout circle, just check in on everyone, be like, hey, do you guys get more men for us to check out, to recruit? Pretty straightforward, I would say. And, you know, with 42 men, not many people are really going to try and mess with us, which is also really important. You really want to, like, if you play this game and you will get the recommended, oh, only get 5 men. Well, probably you're not actually going to last that long. You'll become a prisoner or something. You don't want to be a prisoner. You don't want to deal with that at all. So we're going to get 7 more recruits. Let's actually go to Asgad. How much? Yeah, we're going to be okay. The upkeep isn't pretty bad for the shitty peasants. It's more of when we start upgrading, when upkeep will really be an issue. That's why we're going to need to do a specific quest that'll give us lots and lots of money. And I mean a lot of money. Like we will be set for life to begin our career, and we can start plotting out how to get a kingdom, which will be nice. We want a kingdom, and we want to get good favor with the king, not him. A lot of stuff we're gonna want to try and do here. Eventually, my goal is to conquer everything. All this, everything shall be at our under our mighty fist. And for this game, because I don't want this series to go too long, if you guys like it, of course, we're just going to be helping Praven. We're not going to try and make our own empire, like rebel against everyone, because 1, it's hard, 2, that could just make the game doubled length, because essentially we have to, but what I would do is I would conquer everything, and then I'd conquer everything again, and that seems a little ridiculous. Okay, so let's visit the tavern. Let's see if anything has changed. Ah, Elwirfy. Things didn't go quite so well as I'd hoped. King Harless couldn't find it in him to overlook my little breach of peace. Oh, he's grateful enough that I got rid of this crooked captain, a god who will let bandits will let an enemy army if the price is right. But he can't exactly have me reigning around here as a lasting reminder of his failure to take care of things himself. And I'm like, that hardly seems fair. And the merchant says, fair? This is Calderia, my boy. Kings do what they will, and the rest of us do as they must. He didn't stir me up, and instead gave me time to sell my properties. Even put in a little word with the other merchants that he best pay me a fair price too. That's gracious enough as kings do, but he's a weak king, as they all are here, and weak kings must always look to their authority first and justice second. I suppose I'll do the same I would do the same in his shoes. Anyway, I wouldn't go rubbing your part in this in King Harless's face, but he's taken note of you and decided that you're not worth hanging, and that's something to which I'll raise a glass any day of the week. He might even have work for you further down the road, or you can sell your sword to one of his competitors. Anyway, I hope you've learned a bit about what it will take to stay alive in this troubled land, and I suspect that the money you'll have earned won't go to waste. Good luck. Okay, cool. So we completed the quests. Let's see here. Caravan Guard, Traveler. No. Okay, so we're going to go to the castle. We're going to go speak to the king. And then we'll wrap this up. Don't worry. Okay. Count Raylan. That's not actually who we want to speak to. Where is Count Harless? That's not right. Do we have anything in our inventory to sell? Not really. I guess we'll go murder some troops in the meantime while we wait for King Harless to get there, because we wanna talk to him and get that quest so we can really, you know, start our adventure for the next episode. That's the plan anyway. That's my goal. Hopefully you guys can agree. Come on, get to him. What do you want? Surrender or die? All right, we're just gonna attack them. 12 to 49. I think it's a fair fight. No, it's probably not a fair fight. It's probably a horrific fight. Anyway, let's go. And I think I know why I was lagging in that first bit. As you'll see, I did a little bit of a cut. Very sneaky. That's because I was running out of memory space. That's why I was lagging. I can run the game, don't worry. Anyway, let's charge forward. And as you can see, there's a lot of them now. Not as much, not really a threat though to me. We'll keep the shield up just in case they throw rocks. Got 2 killed. We want to level ourselves up in the beginning. We don't care as much about our troops. Because, and if you're wondering why, it's because we can actually get the skill, or the ones who get the skills to make our party grow. We want to get that charisma up. I want to get at least 80 men, 8 possible to be recruited, so that way we can, so that way we can have a good enough army to start challenging enemy factions instead of these bandits. Because bandits are really easy to kill. They're not really a threat to us. That's why I'm able to go in there and kill everyone. Again, I don't care that much if those guys kill. I mean, they can kill men. I don't care. We won the battle. We got them. 2 looters captured. Excellent. And let's go ahead and level up some militia. And we'll take all this stuff to be sold. Not very good loot, actually. Kind of crappy. Okay, now let's go back to the tavern. Oh yes, King Harless has now entered the city. Excellent. Go to the marketplace, go to the goods. We're going to sell all this. Alright. Excellent there. Oh no, we're not going to the tournament. Wait, let's withdraw. Okay, yeah, I don't want to join the tournament yet. We're not doing that. I could, but I don't have the money to bet for it to make it worth it, so I don't care. So let's go ahead and get that first quest, and then we'll call it good. All right. Do I know you? My name is Elwirfy. I'm at your service, sir. I am Count Rayland. Shit. I beg I must leave. Hold on. Where's Count Her? They look the same. They have the same bottle. Damn it. Ah, yes. Do I know you? Yes, this is my name. I am King Harless, ruler of Kingdom of Swadia and Lord of Praven and Yalib. I see that you carry a nobleman's banner, although I do not recognize the device. I know that I am always looking for good men to fight for me, once they prove themselves to be worthy of my trust. What is it? Do you have any tasks for me, my lord? I have something you could help with, an issue with a lawless villain known as Bragamus of Raven. Oh my god, he wants us to go there. Alright. He murdered one of my men and has been on the run from his judgment ever since. I can't let him get away with avoiding justice, so I've put a bounty of 300 deniers on his head. Friends of the murdered man reckon that this assassin may have taken refuge with his kinsman in Yargar. You must be able to hunt him down and give him what he deserves and claim the bounty for yourself. I said, then I will hunt him down and execute the law. That is excellent, Elwirfy. I will be grateful to you, and so will the family of the man he murdered. And, of course, the bounty on his head will be yours if you can get him. Well, good hunting for you. All right. Excellent, excellent. Good. No, we don't need anything. So now we have a quest, a real quest. A quest is to go to Yaragar, which is over there. Alright, so anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. Oh wait, no, hold on. Wait. Before I do that, stop. We gotta see, we need a ransom broker? You ransom? Nope. Alright, we'll try and sell ransom later for prisoners that we have. Okay, anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed this first episode of Mount & Blade Warband. I'm super pumped. More is definitely on the way. It's gonna be great. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Sweet. Anyway guys, I'm Elwirfy. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys next time.